Hi friends, I will show you here what is the difference between the new tax regime and the old tax regimes and how to save the tax more here. Members are advised to select any one of the following two options. Here two options is there, old tax regime and old new tax regime. Old tax regime mean tax exemption and deduction will be allowed in this old tax regimes. And new tax regimes we cannot show any investment like previous old tax regimes. If you're not having any investment mean you can show you choose better to choose new tax regimes. And if you're having taxable income more than 10 lakhs mean better to select new tax regimes new tax regime only. Why? Because it is tax rate is very less here. I will show you and what is the old tax regime and new tax regime, what are the sections covers here. Try to see full video, you will understand the which sections are suitable to you to invest more. Old tax regimes tax rates are it is be like here up to 60 year where the taxable income does not exceed the 2,50,000 tax rate it is 0. If if your taxable income 2,50,000 to 5 lakh mean it is 5% taxable on your taxable income. And if your taxable income is more than 5 lakh to 10 lakh, your tax rate is 12,500 plus 20% 20% of taxable income. Here up to 5 lakh you will get the 12,500 rebate. If your taxable income exceeds the 5 lakh, you will be eligible for 12,500 plus 20% tax you have to pay. If your taxable income is more than 10 lakh mean your taxable tax rate is 1,12,500 plus 30% of taxable income. In new tax regimes rate it will be here like this, where the taxable income does not exceed 2,50,000 mean your tax rate is 0. And where the taxable income exceeds 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, your tax rate is 5%. And where the taxable income exceeds 5 lakh to 7 lakh 50,000, tax rate is 12,500 plus 10% of your taxable income. And where the taxable income exceeds the 7 lakh 50,000 to 10 lakh, your tax rate is 37,500 plus 15%. Where the taxable income exceeds 10 lakhs to 12 lakh 50,000, your tax rate is 75,000 plus 20%. And where the taxable income exceeds 12 lakh 50,000 to 15 lakh, your tax rate is 1 lakh 25,000 plus 25%. And where the taxable income exceeds 15 lakh, your tax rate is 1 lakh 87,000 plus 500 plus 30%. And here also you will get rebate 12,500 up to 5 lakh. I will show you the in old tax rate where the age is above 60 years to 80 years. Taxable incomes does not exceed 3 lakh, tax rate is nil. And where the taxable income exceeds 3 lakh to 5 lakh, tax rate is 5%. Where the taxable income exceeds 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is a 10,000 plus 20%. And where the taxable income exceeds 10 lakh, its tax rate is 1 lakh 10,000 plus 30%. In super seniors, suppose up to 5 lakh it is nil, 5 lakh to 10 lakh is 20%, and above taxable income exceeds 10 lakhs mean it is 1 lakh plus 30%. Here I will show you small example for you. Suppose if your taxable income is 4 lakh 60,000 mean income tax is 10,500, rebate you will get 10,500 where here the tax payable is 0. And similarly if your taxable income is 5 lakh, and the tax rate is 12,500, rebate you will get 12,500. So finally tax payable is 0. And if you see in last table here, if your taxable income is 5 lakh 10,000 mean here you cannot get rebate, so income tax rate is 14,500 and rebate is 0 and tax payable is 14,500. Like that your calculation will be there. And I will show you which are the most important sections to invest more. Here suppose here I will show you the tax rent paid during the year. mean in financial year, that one you can show in section 10 13a. And here you 3000 per month you are paying rent mean no need to submit any supported document here. If you're paying more than 3000 rent per month mean you have to disclose your rental agreement, those things. And next section is 80C. In 86 last lot of the options there, but all together you have to show maximum you can disclose invest maximum 1,50,000 only. Suppose I will tell you one example. Suppose public provident fund you are invested 1 lakh, and NSC invested 1 lakh, and insurance you invested 1 lakh. All together is 3 lakh, but investment all together will you can show up to 1,50,000 only. Suppose you do not want to invest all together, you want to invest fully insurance itself mean you can utilize invest up to 1,50,000, that full amount you can show in insurance. Like that you can invest in 80C. Suppose 80C is what are the things it will comes mean public provident fund and unit linked insurance, NSC. NSC you can get it in your postal department, but interest accrued on NSC and annuity plan for insurance companies and equity linked saving schemes and term deposit under tax saving scheme. This one you can get it in any bank, and life insurance and postal insurance. And suppose you are having housing loan, for that that interest portion also you can show in 80C. But also that one maximum you can show 1,50,000 only all together. And tuition fee under section 80C, if you are having two children education fees, those things you are having separate document mean that one also you can show in 80C. And pension fund of mutual fund, that one also you can show in 80C. And some other options also available, that one you can search in Google. Here I mention here only important sections only. And uh, some other sections, physical disabled person in self mean he can show up to 75,000 under 8U. And Suraksha Samriddhi account for girls, it's mean one day baby to 21 years baby, you can invest in Suraksha Samriddhi account in our 80C. And physical disabled is dependent mean if you're having a dependent physical disabled person mean you can show up to 75,000 in 80DD. And medical insurance prima for employees, spouse and dependents, children, those things you can show in 80D also. And medical expenses, like if you a senior citizen mean up to 50,000 you can show. If other than senior citizen you can show up to 25,000, but you should disclose your supported document for here. And interest, and if you are having housing loan mean interest portion you can show under 12C. And we also call here 24 under 24 section. Here up to you can show here the up 2 lakh. Further you should disclose your interest certificate. And interest paid on education loan for higher studies for self or spouse or children's. Here full interest amount you can show here, there is no maximum limit here. Disclose your interest certificate. And additional investment in new pension scheme, here you also you can invest up to 50,000 additional to 80C. And super top up premium for new medical insurance. And some another most important thing is interest on house loan first time and first home buyer. Suppose you are availing housing loan to the finance year 2016 to 17, which means you can show another 50,000 interest here additional to the section 24. In section under section 24 you can show up to 2 lakh, here another 50,000, total 2,50,000 you can utilize the benefit here. And contribution to PM and CM relief fund, those things whatever, those things also you can show in the 80G here. And suppose you are interest on housing loan, you are availed housing loan in finance year 2019 to 20, it's mean that interest portion another 1,50,000 you can disclose additional to the 2 lakh under section 24. And interest on a vehicle loan under section 80 AEB, you can show up to maximum 1,50,000.